welcome back everybody to episode 5, I think it is, of the Minecraft Realms Saga. Today's episode we're going to be focusing on another building project separate to our hobbit hole here and our cabin. So just a little recap for those who missed it. Last episode we constructed the outskirts of our hobbit hole here, which is going to house our storage room, which is going to be within this sort of shape here, and it's going to go all the way back into this mountain. But I did not want to mine out this build without any efficiency pickaxes. So this episode is actually going to be focusing on constructing an area in which we can house our enchantment table and our library, to get the level 30 enchantments. So I've actually outlined a little area up on this top hill because I wanted to get away from what we've been building over there and to expand upon the sort of scope of our build and our base. So just up here I've outlined a little section here. So we're actually going to be building an A-frame shape today, which is going to go into the mountain back there, and it's going to have the A-shaped roof. But I want to have a grass roof to help it blend in with the mountain here, with a wooden front. And with inside the A-frame, I'm not quite sure on the exact layout yet, but we're going to be doing a total build today. So that's exterior, interior, and even some landscaping around the sides here. So I'm going to go grab everything I need to get started, and we're going to be jumping straight into the build in this episode. No more frolicking about down in the mines. Okay guys, there we go. I've just built out our basic sort of A-frame structure, incorporating the mountainside here with our signature chimney coming out the side. You know me, gotta have every build has to have a chimney. Well, maybe not every, but yeah. So yeah, just building out the mountain and incorporating that sort of A-frame shape. So moving on from here, it's, you know how I like to build it. It's all about basic structure and basic shape. That's how I recommend you guys build as well. Get your ideas down first, and then from here we're going to go and start evolving and developing all the plans that we have. So that includes fancying up the dirt area, adding plant life, etc. Coming down to the front, we're going to improve this wood because we don't want it to be all the same texture. And onto the side we might see what we can do. We're definitely going to have some sort of design on the top there, I think, which is why I've made the chimney a bit high. It might look a bit tall now, but I'm going to add a bit of design onto the roof panel there. So yeah, let's move into our design phase now and spice this up a bit. Right then, so I'm hoping you're liking what you've seen so far. I'm actually quite enjoying what I've done. Just going to come through and add a few of these ferns as we talk through what we've done. So, yeah, the main thing here was, like I said, getting the initial structure laid out so we could come through and really improve on what we've got. So I'm really actually... I'm quite proud of myself, really, coming back into Minecraft and really getting into the swing of things, like doing this sort of stuff. But we actually kind of ran out of bone meal, so I'm just doing a bit of manual planting for now, just so we can get an idea of what it's going to look like going forward. Need to really go get some vines, but for now I'm just going to stick a few of these on here, kind of like the way they look. But yeah, I do need to go get a vine or two, just to I like how they come and hang over the edge. So let's talk through what I've done. So I brought this dirt down here and added all my nice grass to it. But then coming inside, you would have seen... Oh yeah, first of all, look at the signs. I've just added these signs here and on here. One to break up the reoccurring texture of all the stairs. But also it makes it look like they're like bordered on and like they've been added to make it look repaired, which I really like. It looks like bordered on planks, but they've been hammered on with like hammers and nails. I could even maybe like, I don't know, could you put like a dot and then a load of spaces and then another dot and down to the bottom. Oh my, do I actually go through and do that? Alright, you guys watch this. This is going to look so cool. Come on. Come on. You got to give me my props for that. Look at that. They look like nails in the wood. No, I'm actually... Why am I so happy and so proud of that? There's a little sneaky one there. I think that is so cool. I am so happy with that. It's a little detail there. And you know, it's those little details that's really going to bring a build together in the long run. Need to finish off this side though with bone meal. But yeah, just coming inside then. So like I did in the other base with cobblestone, I first marked out where I could and couldn't break with the dirt on our exterior. So I marked that off and then just came through and did a little, just sort of basic design on what we want to kind of put together. So the next stage of this whole build is going to be fleshing out this entire downstairs underground area. So because we're working in quite a tight shape, the best option in these scenarios is always to go down, since I have the space and the availability to do so, which is why I've built it the way I have into the mountain, hiding it within the shape of the nature around us. So this next phase of the project is going to be shaping and constructing this interior. So let's get working on that and we can get our enchantment table, you know, and some other decoration-y, non-functional, you know, stuff is going on as well. So here we have our initial entrance area, a bit more fleshed out. So I've kept the wood and oak theme for the side bits with the spruce and the darker oak as our like accessory blocks, using signs and buttons to give texture and depth. And then moving forward onto our floor, I've gone for a stone finish just to give a bit more contrast and to give it a bit more of a cooler feeling because of how warm it does feel with the lights and the oak. So I think next I might stick a little fireplace in here, which is going to lead up into, yeah, around about the right area for this. So that'll just be a good place to start for our interior design. Then following on from that, I'm going to flesh out and dig out more of this area to give us more of a working space to fit in some more sections, some more areas, but mainly it's that enchanting area that we're going to be wanting to focus on later on. So yeah, we'll pick up and we'll take over and figure out this fireplace in here. So, just coming in here then, I have expanded this interior to give ourselves a shape and idea of what we're going to be working with. So these two side corridors are just going to be for decoration. So yeah, I've got these two long corridors coming here, and I'm going to come down here. And my enchanting table is going to sit right in this spot here, with the bookshelves going alongside here, and with decorations within each of these inlets you can see. So that's me. My next task is going to be, yeah, there's quite a lot to do actually. So I'm going to fully flesh out all these walls, the roof, going to sort the floor, going to decorate in between all these areas here. So I am aiming to finish this off fully. So let's get stuck in and really try finish off all these little details I've set for myself. So that is the wall portion of the build complete. I've left this back one blank just because I'm not quite sure how I want it to be yet, because we're still going to incorporate the enchantment table into this spot here. So I just left it blank for now. We can do something with that later. I think it's quite a big canvas to work with, so I wanted to give myself the most opportunity to design it and make it look as best as can. But I've gone with this brick and oak theme just to keep with the stone and the oak framing we've got going on here. And I've just been using stairs and slabs and different shapes to give this like depth and texture that I always go on about and bang on about. But yeah, so this next portion is actually going to be figuring out the roof section. So I'm happy with how the A-frame part of the build came out. So yeah, it's going to be work on these individual sections. I'll probably just keep the same design in each of them just to keep it simple, since it's just a roof. We're not going to be looking up that much. So there we have our roof design all locked off as well. I'm actually just going to lower this one more just to keep it on par and on theme. But yeah, I like that, hanging lower. So yeah, just gone for a simple slab and stair design similar to the floor. But I wanted to keep adding details and details. So I've added the water above the stairs here to get a drip effect. And same here if it wants to show it. I really like doing this since we're in a cave. I like to give the idea of like sort of that dampness and that coldness that sort of comes with it, while keeping it warm and lively with the torches and the light that we're going to give, as well as the bricks. That redness really sparks a bit of life into the walls that we see here. So moving on from this, it's going to be filling in these areas, though I should probably do the bookshelf and the enchantment table first. So why don't I go grab those key components and we'll pop down our enchantment table finally after all this time. So I actually got the obsidian for this from Peter. He hopped on and was able to give me the obsidian. Our enchantment table is going to go here, and it is going to be glorious. I wanted to off-center it to not make it such a focal point, but to also add a bit of flair and design to it. So I'm going to put all the bookshelves in the corner here. We should be able to get level 30. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I'm so happy with this. So we're going to have to incorporate some storage here for our lapis and books and all the sort of stuff we're going to be using for enchanting, while making sure we get all the bookshelves in that we need for level 30. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch off these interior design fingers again, and we're going to make this look so cool. Right, so there we go. I just had to bring it around a bit on this side. I actually didn't really want to do that, but just to get the level 30 and get enough bookshelves, I've had to bring it around, and actually ended up not disliking it at all. I've just brought a few of these children's bookshelves in as well, just so we can start designing and styling it a bit more. So yeah, we do now indeed have level 30 on our bookshelves, and I'm really liking the style we've gone for. I actually really like I've not gone for like a central design. Having that curved look to it really gives it more of a reading nook and like a library feel. And I really, really like what I've done there. So I'm just going to go move on and start working on these next spaces for our design. Oh, wow. So, I think that is it. I'm actually really, really happy with this build. I think it's come out far better than I ever expected coming into it. I had, an idea of a plan and a concept that I wanted to execute. But what I've managed to do here, I am so happy with myself. So let's actually just do a full run through. So, we have our A-frame coming out of this mountain here. So we've brought all this dirt forward, we've created this false shape, then we've added this lovely, lovely chimney coming out of our building. Like I said last episode, it gives life and intrigue into every build, I think, a chimney with smoke. Then coming around here, so I've intentionally left this untouched apart from the foliage, and I added this tree as well, because there's a little idea I want to do, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. So let's just come inside here and see what we've done. So, you've seen I've just added this carpet. I wanted to get a pop of some different colour, and the blue, everything I do in my channel is all blue. I love the colour blue, so I wanted to add that little bit of blue touch to it. Add a bit more warmth. It was a bit too cold in this entrance bit, but yeah. So looking up, we've got our lovely A-frame roof design coming up here, with our 2 windows, with all the texture and all the depth we've added through the different block types. Coming into our first little crafting area, which has come together really nice. I like the touch of the green here, as well as on this side, just to add more life to the area. Then we've got our little furnace-y blast furnace chimney set up to give context to the chimney on the outside. So this area here and these areas here, I have intentionally left blank because I want to incorporate some sort of nether or brewing station within this build. I think it would fit so perfectly with the theme. So as for now, these areas here I've left empty to give ourselves a canvas to work on later. So coming to the left here, we've got a small little storage area. Nothing's in these chests now, with a little bit of design and a shelving unit and the lights. Here we have something I'm not quite sure of the function yet, but we've managed to fit 2 more barrels in here. Gives off the sort of kitchen-y vibe, which I've tried to emulate coming over to this side and to here especially. So I've got a little kitchen setup almost here with our water and our crafting table, followed by a slight blacksmith area, using the anvil to emulate that feeling the most. This is a purely decorational bit just to add life, but I've put the leaves in the oak trapdoors to give it more of a plant box sort of feel. So coming over to this side, you can see just another little bench area, and then here we have a armor stand with a couple more storage options for later on, followed by another bit of plant life and a nice light. So the main attraction here, these crystals are such a good addition to any enchantment area. They give that awe and that wonder and that sort of magical, arcane feeling, which you really want to get in your crafting area. So like I said before, we do have level 30 now. So just before the episode ends, I will go and do our first level 30 enchantment. But just coming over here, I need to light these candles. Just a little bit more of that library feel I wanted to bring over to this area here. So that's that, just a nice little shelving area here. Need to light those candles. And then here, I've set up a little showcase area for a set of armor. Now, in my head, it may be this set of armor, our like initial spawn armor, our what we started wearing as a little bit more of a memento. And then in a later area or a later build, we'll lay out a sort of armory where we can have our core tools and weapons for fighting any bosses or, stuff we don't need to be wearing the whole time. So let's go and do our first enchantment on our new enchantment area. So here we are, just where we left them last time, our diamonds. And you will have noticed I've moved my chests from out here into here finally. This is a temporary solution, obviously. This is not going to be how this area looks. So let's make our way up to our new enchanting A-frame. So here we go. There it is. Woo woo. So I know enchanting straight onto an enchantment table isn't the most efficient way, and obviously we're going to want mending, and we're going to want villagers, and enchantment books are far more superior ways of enchanting. But just for now, I'm really hoping we get just at least... Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for now. So I'm hoping we at least get efficiency and or unbreaking on this. So let's do it. Oh, I'm nervous. There we go. Enchanter achievement. There we go. Yes. Oh, that is absolutely perfect. I could not have asked for a better first pickaxe than that right there. Fortune is going to come in so handy when I'm gathering all my resources from now on. And we've got efficiency and unbreaking. Oh, I am so happy. I am so happy with this build. I am so happy with how I've brought it together. You can really just see how it's all going to come together. Not just this build, but the entire area we've got building here. So yeah, I am so happy and so pleased with this episode. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it just as much as I've done. We've actually got a few more levels here to play around with if we get some more diamonds soon, so we can get another diamond pickaxe sword for us. So yeah, that is everything from me for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.